Hello and welcome back to Sleigh Bells Ring, session number 2. We're playing Monster Hearts again on the Gauntlet. We've gone over the safety rules at the start of the last session, but I'll just bring them up again for people watching. The Gauntlet uses a number of safety tools. The primary one we're going to be using tonight is something called the X card. Monster Hearts is a game that can have some problematic materials at times, so things that people can find uncomfortable or don't want to address in a great detail. If we come across any of those things, at any point you can type X into the chat or make an X on screen, or just say, can I X card that? At which point we'll draw the scene back. If you can just give us a little bit of detail about what the problematic material is, and then we'll refocus the scene and move forward at that point. When we ended our last session, we ended on a bit of a cliffhanger. Deception High School. A meeting had taken place there, and outside of that meeting, a teacher had been attacked. The police had been called, and when they arrived, some shadowy figures in the car park had jumped the two officers, one of which is the mother of one of our characters. Rick was there on the steps seeing that, and he's moved to intervene. So, Rick, I think we need to ask you for a roll, please. Can you lash out physically, please?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll these blue ones.
Okay.
All right, so I have a +2 to volatile, and that's 11 on dice. So
wow. Okay.
13.
Okay. So, do you want to describe what you're doing?
Rick sort of charges towards the vampire that is going for his mother, and as he's moves in towards them, there's just a flash of like some, like maybe his pupils go, like slitted for a moment, and yellowish, and there's a sort of gleam of teeth, and he just is going to grab the vampire and pull them off of his mother and slam them into the ground, like by the throat.
Okay. You take the vampire and bodily lift him off your mother. As he comes away, there's blood streaming from his mouth, and you slam him into the ground. Are you holding him there, or are you just slamming him to get him off your mother?
I'm holding him there.
Okay. He starts squealing and screaming, and the other figure that who approached you earlier. Oh, sorry, Asher, have you not had the character keeper? It's the top link of the one I sent you, the one I posted in here.
Yeah, I was just saying there's a link to the roller and the keeper also.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'll post the link again. Here we go. Anyway, so Rick, you're holding this vampire, and it looks, as you see him, the light flicker. This moon's in the sky, not a full moon, but certainly half moon. And the moonlight, as the clouds part, you can see this is a young boy. He's not more than your age. His hair is black, obviously dyed badly. He wears scuffed up black jeans, and it just looks like any other goth kid you would see on the street. And there's a wild animalistic look in his eyes. But you hear there's another figure walks to the edge of the car park, and this one is the one you saw before, and her voice rings out. You're gonna leave him go, aren't you, son? As she steps out into the moonlight. And this is a woman older than you, certainly, but you she has this feeling of youth about her, but also she feels old and young at the same time. And she, like all the, as you see the other vampires, they're all dressed in gothic clothing. And her lips are red as blood. You're gonna release him, aren't you, son? You know what's good for you. And all the while, your mother is lying there, struggling to breathe. Blood weeping out of the wound in her neck.
I want to, maybe. Okay, so what are other people doing at this point? Is it just me out here? I think someone else was with me when I came out.
Yeah, I think I followed you, so I'll probably run back and grab a first aid kit, right? I see this person all beat up.
So I want to try and make a break for the door with my mother, but I want to throw this guy at the woman to slow them down before.
Okay. We'll roll that as a runaway then. Can you roll runaway with your volatile?
Okay, come on. That's another 11 plus 2, so 13 again.
Okay. You get away and get to the safe place. You manhandle this this young boy up and throw him at the woman. She moves aside as he goes there, but turns and is distracted long enough for you to grab your mother and run back to the building.
Yeah. I'm slamming the door behind me and locking it.
She stands there a moment, looks at the building, looks at the car park, looks at the door. And you can see she closes her eyes. And Amanda, you hear a voice in your head. I know you're in there. I know you are in there. I can smell you. I can feel you. Why haven't you come to me?
At this point is where we left Amanda and Ulrich off. They had just been going through Miss Madison, the unknown to us killed teacher's bags to look for tests, and we'd found some like arcane looking books, and we'd grabbed them and put her stuff away. And I'm imagining we're kind of now just like casually walking out of where the meeting was and hearing all the doors slamming and everything going on and kind of the hubbub. And do I see them like kind of like with Rick's bloody mother when I hear this voice, or have I still not seen any of that yet?
I think you're just coming across them as you actually hear this voice in your head. So you're literally coming around the corner when the voice sings out in your head.
Who is this?
Oh, sugar.
What's happening?
Oh, sugar. You know who I am. You've always known who I am. That's why you came to me. That's why you came
talking about. Get out of my head! I think I just screamed this out loud. Everybody hears Amanda scream.
Is this the same place I am?
Yeah, literally the front door. Well, the side entrance out to the car park. People have just walked around the corner, around the corridor.
Okay, so while you're saying all that, at first I'm assuming that you're talking to me because, like, you. I assume you're saying it out loud.
Yes, I'm saying it out loud. I'm screaming it.
I said. So you said, "Who is this and what's happening?" I said, "This is my mother. There's some creepy people outside. They attacked her. They killed the other officer. I need. What the hell are you talking about?"
And just then I scream in response, "Get out of my head!"
And somebody give me a first aid kit, please.
Yeah, so I'll toss that to you.
What's going
I went
on?
back and got it.
I run up to Rick because Rick seems to know what's going on. And I think I just grab Rick. I'm like, what's happening?
I think Rick is just gonna try and push you off of him because he's not in the mood for that. I don't know. There are some people outside with fangs who like to drink blood, so take that as you will. And they attacked my mother. They killed the other officer that was with her. They have some interest in this building. I don't know what.
Ooh. That's not good.
You think?
Whew. We've got to lock all the doors. We've got to keep him outside.
Yeah.
Where's everybody else? There were a bunch of other people with us, right? There was Sally and Nick and Peter and.
Yep. And
are they all around?
They left before you. You two, you and I can never remember the character names. You and Alric were the last one in the rooms. You don't know where they've gone.
Okay, so they've disappeared. So there's just the four of us and Rick's mother here right now.
Yeah.
And someone's holding Rick's mother?
And the lights are still out. The power's still out.
Power's still out, but the emergency lighting is on.
Okay. All right. We've got to find a safe place. Where can we go? Maybe we can like lock ourselves in one of the administrative offices or something till they go away. We've got to find a safe place. Quick, let's go that way. Let's go. We can like bust into the principal's office and hide in there.
All right. Asher. Sorry, hang on. Character names. Luca gave me a first aid kit, right?
Right.
That's right. Yeah.
So Rick is going to try and patch up his mother as best he can, and then try and get her moving.
Okay. Can you roll? Can you roll? Keep your cool, please.
That's cold, isn't it?
That's with cold, yes.
Oh, that's a 6.
Congratulations! Gain a point. Gain a point of experience.
Yay!
The blood doesn't seem to stop. You can't seem to close the wound.
Does somebody know first aid? I don't know what to do here.
I think I'll come up next to you and like help you get the bandages on and things.
Okay. So together you manage to put enough pressure on the wound to actually slow the blood flow somewhat. Your mother is completely out of it. She's shivering. She looks like she's gone into shock. Her eyes are wide, and she doesn't really have a clue what's going on. You hear a on the door, and the little the security glass panel. You can see that there's a face by it.
So I realized I can cast spells just by looking people in the eyes. So I think I'll go over to the security panel and look at the person and like meet their gaze, right? And like whisper this binding ritual.
Okay. So can you what do you have to roll for that?
Dark.
Okay, can you roll dark then, please?
I'll be khaki. I got a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A 10 plus, the hex works and can easily be reversed.
Okay. So one of the other things about looking the person in the eye is you have to chant in tongues.
Right.
So what does that look like?
I think I just do it quietly, like against the door, right? like I'm afraid of them or something. That's what it would seem like for the other people, but I'm actually trying to keep the person from being able to hurt us.
This woman stops. She shivers slightly. And she leans in and says, I'll be back. Amanda, I'll be back. And she drifts back and fades into the night.
Whew, we all heard that, right?
You all heard that through the door.
I turned to Amanda. She knew your name. Why did she know your name?
I have no idea who that is. I have no idea who that is or what is happening here or why that person knows my name. That's the person who killed your mother? I mean, hurt your mother?
She's not dead yet.
Well, we need to get her some help. We should call an ambulance. I take out my cell phone and I dial 911.
Okay. You try dialing. Emergency services. How may I direct call?
There's an injury at the high school. We really need some help. We're at the near the rear parking lot service store, and someone's got a bad injury. They're bleeding really badly. We need an ambulance.
I'm sorry, that's an Indian by the security door?
The high school, Deception High School. Send an ambulance.
What can I ask? What injury?
Yes, a bad injury. Send an ambulance now. It's breaking up. The phone's not getting good reception here.
Was there an ambulance with the police when they came, or was it just the police?
It was just the police.
Okay.
Well, they're supposed to come and investigate if they can't hear what's happening. So they'll send someone.
That worked out so well the last time. Okay, we need to get her somewhere comfortable, somewhere safe. Do we know what rooms could be?
There's
Is there
like
a nurse's office? Something?
Yeah, we should go to the nurse's office.
Okay. You pick up. I take it you pick her up between you, and start trying to carry her down to the office. As you get closer, you can hear weeping. You can hear crying.
I think Alaric stays behind at the front door and he's there looking through this, I don't know, this small window you mentioned. He like takes a look like at the outside. He probably like sees the police car with like a blue lights going in circles. Probably just in front of it, there's like this dead body of a policeman in a pool of red snow. Yes, because there's snow, if I'm correct.
Yes, it's snowing.
Yeah, and maybe he like whispers. As he's looking at this, he says, "Hey, friend, do you know why they are here? What do they want from the school?"
They've come to find someone. Someone has been very naughty and not come home.
Yeah, but like, come on, you don't come looking here for someone to murder a police officer.
Oh, I don't think they came here to murder the police officer. I think they were just hungry.
Hungry? Are they like us? Are they different from normal humans?
Oh, what is a normal human? Surely you
know.
should know there's no such thing as normal. I'm not normal. You're not normal. No one here is normal.
Yeah, maybe.
Normal is boring, and I can't stand boring.
Do you know who they are looking for? They mentioned Amanda. Are they looking for her?
No, if they said they're looking for her, I'm guessing that's who they're looking for.
Cool. Well, I think I should better go and talk to him.
Look, I don't think they got him. And as you look through the door at the body that was in front of the actual police car, you can see that the officer there is crawling his way actually through the snow and to the car itself.
Yeah, I think Alaric like just observes it and sees what happens, like for a moment over there, outside.
And he pulls himself into it. He opens the door. He struggles for the door of the car, pulls it open, and tortuously, slowly pulls himself in. And you can see that as soon as he's in, he's on the radio.
Well, something good. Yeah, I think Alaric leaves the door and goes to the nurse's office where the others have went.
Okay. So the others, as you're approaching the nursing office, you can hear crying and weeping from down the hall.
Who else was in the building besides us that we know?
There was you. There was Amanda. There was Nick. Sorry, there was you, Kagami, Laurie, Robert, Nick, and Mrs. Madison, and Greg.
Okay. So who came with us? There's me and Amanda carrying my mother, and did Luca come along as well?
Yeah, I came with.
Luca, can you go see who that is?
I think I'll just call out. Who's there? Are you all right?
As you get close to the nurse's office, you can see that the door is open, and you can actually see a light coming from inside.
All right, I'll step in.
And you can see that there's a group of people crowded around the body of Mrs. Madison. Greg is sobbing like a child. You can see that there's genuine tears in his eyes. They've tried to patch her up, but she is very, very pale.
All right.
Oh, it's you. Oh, what's happened? Uh, uh, that's is this? That's some sort of animal got into the school.
Because we found like bite marks on it, right?
Yes.
Oh my god, this is horrible. Amanda goes down and examines the bite mark and looks for any signs. Like, what does this bite mark remind Amanda of?
The bite mark looks to be 2 puncture wounds on the neck. But there's multiple of them.
From like multiple bites or from multiple creatures?
As you look at them, the bites aren't all equally spaced. So you think that there's multiple creatures.
This is bad. Wait, where was she? She was in the school, wasn't she?
Yeah, we found her in the restroom.
Right, so I'm just trying to find a cot or something to put my mother on.
Okay. Well, there's a stretcher in the actual room itself.
Okay.
They have a few for the for children if they're injured there. So you get her up on the bench and all the children are gathered round. No one's really sure what to do. And at that point you hear footsteps coming down the actual hallway outside.
Amanda goes out, pokes her head out the door, and looks down the hall.
You can see that they're someone's coming in and they're using flashlights. You can see the flashlights actually coming down the corridors.
Hello? Who's that?
So I'm going to come out with Amanda to see what's going on.
This is Deputy Phillips, Deception PD.
Oh, thank goodness. We're in here in the nurse's office.
Oh, no.
And at that point, a police deputy walks around the corner, and it's pristine uniform. It's obviously not the one that was attacked previously. Are you kids okay?
No, 2 people are seriously hurt.
He holsters his pistol and he runs up. Okay, where's the casualty? What's happened?
I show him into the room.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Miss Madison and Brick. What is your mother's name?
I think we gave her a name last time. I think it was Michelle. Yeah, Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle McCready. Okay. So this police officer is the first of several that arrive. They come in, they seal off the school. The ambulances show up, and basically paramedics start looking after the injured. The sheriff has you all taken off to one side, and when the situation's been locked down, he comes up to you. Okay, kids, can someone tell me what happened here tonight?
We had a meeting for the dance coming up and found this body in the restroom. Miss Madison. She's the head teacher at the school.
Okay, so when the body in the restroom, you found her injured in the restroom?
Correct. And called the police. Yeah.
Yeah, we got your call. What happened with my officers outside? We've got Officer McCready here, but where's the other officer?
Well, we brought.
What's he in?
I've seen him get into the car and get on the radio. I thought that this was why you came in here so fast.
No, we had another unit on the way.
Then I don't know what happened. I've seen him like get back to his car and get on the radio.
Hmm. Okay. He looks frustrated by this. Okay. Kids, I'm going to get you to go to the hospital. I'm going to get you checked over. Once you're checked over, your parents can come and take you home. We're going to be sealing this place off. If you've got anything you need to grab, go and get it now.
So does it mean no school tomorrow?
Yeah, it means no school tomorrow. This place is a crime scene.
I'll hand Rick his backpack.
Yeah. Yeah. Amanda goes back and gets her coffin-shaped purse.
Yeah, Rick's gonna collect his stuff, but he's gonna go with the ambulance that takes his. I'm assuming they would have taken his mother earlier. They have let him go with her, or
he can go with her.
Yeah.
So he can ride along in the ambulance at the time.
Okay.
And so you're allowed to go. You're taken to the hospital. You're all checked over. Although you're all not human, well, the vast majority of you are not human, and nothing shows up on the tests, because that's one of the conceits of the game. And you are released and allowed to go home. There is no school the next day. The school's been closed. What are people doing? Asher.
Well, Luke got a bunch of tokens from people, so I think he'll be like organizing those in his room, and probably calling to check on people. Right?
Okay.
All these
people
are with.
So who are you going to call?
Who was I sitting next to? Miss Madison. No. Let's say Rick. Yeah, because he's the secretary, right? He would have notes of everything, I guess. I don't know. Rick, are you all right?
Doing all right.
Is your mother? What's the status with her?
So what is my mother's status at this point?
She's unconscious. She's not She's not woken up yet. They've put her on drips and IVs and have her hooked up to a machine that goes beep. And you basically you just sit next to her with beep, 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 constant heart rate. She's just not woken up.
She's still not woken up. I don't. There hasn't been any change.
Is there anything we can do for you? I mean, having your mother attacked, I can't even imagine.
The only thing that I want right now is to find the bitch that did this.
Well, she seemed to be after Amanda. Maybe if we stick around Amanda, we'll find her.
Okay. So I can never, sorry about this, I can never remember character names. So Ulrich, when you go home, what do you do the next day?
Hmm. How does Alaric spend his days? Hmm. Yeah, I think. So, Amanda, did you took this like weird books we found, or like we each of us has like one copy of this book? Like I don't remember.
I tossed one of the books to you, and told you to hold on to it, and I put two of them in my own pocket.
Yeah. So maybe we see Alaric as soon as he's dead. His name was Peter. Leaves for work. He like goes back to his room and just like grabs this book, like really bizarre. I'm not sure is it bizarre looking, but he looks this book around, checks the back cover, the front cover, puts it on his table like gently.
Okay, so the book is very old leather. The pages look to be quite old and aged as well. So it doesn't look like it's a modern book. It looks to be hand bound, if anything.
Yeah, he like opens it and takes a look. Like, what is the title? The author.
The title is Deceiving the Devil.
Is there like a year of print or something like this?
Yes, the year of print is 1743.
Wow. I guess he would like quickly glance it over. Is it like, I don't know, is it like a storybook, or is it, I don't know, some occultism guide or something?
It looks to be written in a lot of older English. So the writing is quite faded as well. As you read through it, it appears to be the story of a woman who met the devil at a bridge and was offered a bargain. And in exchange for her soul, she was given all the riches of the land, a husband who would love her, a life of ease and luxury, until the day the devil came calling. And it actually it details the tricks that she pulled on the devil at that time. That she actually took someone else's soul and gave it to him as her own.
Yeah, I suppose that Alaric is like really interested in this, and he remembered that there were two other books that Amanda took, so he would like go on the phone and call Amanda. Assuming we have each other's number, I'm not sure. I suppose we do.
Yeah, I think we do. I think we texted back and forth every once in a while, especially when we were when you were interested in Becky, and then it was like, all right, yeah, sure,
Yeah,
put in a word for you with Becky.
Yeah. So, hey Amanda, how are you spending this time without school?
Well, I've been better, honestly. I'm pretty freaked out that crazy psycho murderous bitch outside the door knew my name. So that's been eating away at me.
Can I come over and we will talk about the events of last evening and about the books we found?
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, you want to go to the boba tea place? We got a day off. Might as well go there and get some bubble tea, and we can like talk there. They have a nice quiet place to hang out.
Yeah, sounds cool. Don't forget to bring those books, and I will bring the one that I had.
All right, sounds good.
See you there.
Yeah. I also send a text to Luca, and I'm like, "Yo, Luca, I couldn't understand what you were saying, but I'd love to know what you said to that crazy bitch outside the door that made her go away."
I think I'll text back like, I'd love to talk. Where do you want to meet up?
I say, I'm meeting Alec at the boba tea store. Come meet us there.
All right, and then I think I'll message Rick to tell him to go too.
Okay.
I think you get just a one letter reply that says K.
Well, yeah, I want you to be a little distracted.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you meet up at the Bubble Tree Tea place. Who arrives first?
Yeah, I think Alaric is definitely like going like straight up there.
Okay. And who arrives second?
Amanda gets there pretty quickly. It's like the local. It's kind of near her neighborhood, so it's like a short walk for Amanda.
Okay. So other characters can arrive as they want to, but you two are alone together. What do you talk about?
Damn, that was messed up. Let's take a look at these books. I assume Amanda's like already glanced at them a little bit, but unless you want to describe something that I want to like retcon and say, oh, Amanda may have like tried to hide that, I'll just let you tell us both at the same time what's in Amanda's books.
Well, the books appear to be ledgers with names and dates.
Wow. Any names or dates that are interesting or significant?
Well, they're going back to the 1800s, and the names and dates range all over the world, mainly North America, but up until around about until around 1840. Before that, it was in Europe. So it's just all sorts of names and dates. There looks to be around about 300, 400 names in there.
And no details on like what's the names are associated with, just literally names and dates.
Just literally names and dates.
Are they? Is there like what's the cadence? Like, is it like a new name every day or like a new name every month?
It looks to be one name every 3 or 4 years.
What is the last name on the list?
The last name was Peterson. Lars
And what's the
Peterson
last date?
was 3 years ago.
Wow. I like Google Lars Peterson on my phone.
You get a news article of a car crash, and you also get his obituary. He was apparently a gothy high school kid that died in a car crash.
Was it anywhere local?
Yes, it was actually in the town. It was.
Oh, okay.
It's in Deception.
Wow. Do we know any Petersons? Is it possible we know, like, if not Lars, then maybe someone in his family?
There's the local butcher is named Peterson, so the family runs the local grocery shop.
Yeah.
House.
Rick will arrive at some point next.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Rick, what are you doing here?
Luca calls. You said we were talking about the weirdos that attacked the school.
Oh, cool. Well, right on. Here, have a seat. Amanda pulls out a chair for you.
Okay, I'll sit down. So,
sorry about your mother. That's horrible. How's she doing?
She still hasn't woken up.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So speaking of those people, they obviously knew your name, Amanda. Like, have you had an idea who there might be?
I have no clue. I'd love to find out.
So I this is a character. I noticed that something smelled off about Amanda recently, didn't I? Like, I think when I first met her, she smelled of roses and, like overpowering. And the woman that was part of that attack, she had that similar smell. So would I be able to connect the two?
Oh, you think the other woman smelled like what Amanda smells like now? Because Amanda was only bitten. Amanda doesn't know who bit her, but Amanda was only bitten a few months ago, and Amanda's smell changed at that time. You did notice that.
Yeah.
So you think Amanda smells like that woman now? Do you mention that?
That's what I'm asking. Do I notice that they spell that there's a similarity there?
Yes, there is definitely something similar between the two. It's very faint on Amanda, but there's definitely that hint of it there.
Look, Amanda. I've noticed something's been off about you for the last few months. Something tells me it's related to this.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I've been a little moody the last few months, but I mean, whatever. The nurse says that it's just what girls go through. This, when they're my age, it's like it's not a big deal. It's just a phase.
Right. I guess that must be it. I think you probably get that. That's there's a sort of knowingness about Ricky when you say like going through a phase.
So one thing is bothering me. So someone did attack Miss Madison already inside the school, but then all those weirdos were outside. And
did anyone get a good look at Miss Madison? Was it the same kind of bite marks? That's me in character. So
I think I'll show up then. Sit down. What's everyone talking about?
Hey, Luca. We were just talking about last night, of course, and trying to figure out what happened. I mean, all the bites. Did Miss Madison? Has anyone heard about Miss Madison? Did she make it?
no, she was already dead when the police arrived.
Oh my god.
At that point, someone walks through the door, and Duck, who was supposed to be at the meeting last night, but didn't show up, sees you guys and runs up. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I've just heard. I've just heard. What the hell happened, guys? And he's there. He's this little. He's this chubby boy, bright red hair, and not a particularly good complexion.
Hey, Duck. Look, we were just trying to we're just not in a good mood right now. Look, last night was really horrible, and where were you anyway?
Oh, I got detained. I got caught trying to sneak out by my mum.
Sneak out? What?
Yeah.
To go to the school meeting? What are you talking about?
Well, that's why I wasn't. No, you know the food that I've been bringing into class.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've been buying it. Got caught sneaking out, trying to actually go and use money from my mum's wallet to to bring it in. So had a nice little racket going on the side, but she weren't happy with me flinching from her.
Oh damn, Duck.
So
You must be grounded forever.
well, I am. She's let me go out to go to school. Don't tell her there's no school today. She's not seen the papers yet.
Oh yeah, she'll love that when she finds out.
Well, it's my life. I can do what I want with it. So what happened?
I'll look over at Rick.
There's some sort of gang, I don't know, attacked the school.
Gangs. We got gangs here? Oh, that's not good. That's not good. You get them in the city, you see them all the time. They shoot each other up, and no, that's not good at all.
I think they're more into the close-up fighting sort of thing. But so
knives. Oh God, they're going to start putting metal detectors in the school, aren't they? Oh God, they're going to start doing bag searches. I'm not going to be able to get anything in. Fuck.
Why do you need to get anything into the school?
Since the school actually took the candy out of the machines, kids don't want to buy any shit there. I make a bomb. I bring in brownies. I bring in cakes.
You're bringing. So why are you worried about a metal detector then?
Well, it's not so much the metal detectors. It's that if there's gangs in the school, they're going to start checking bags and the like.
Yeah, they're going to see that. I think there are worse things to worry about than whether you get caught trying to sneak candy into the school.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. And would you like to roll shut someone down?
Mm-hmm. That's cold.
It's cold, yes.
Oh, all the dice have disappeared.
It's still showing there for me.
Yeah, it just took a minute to load up there.
Okay.
Come on. Okay, so that is a 9.
Okay. So on a 9 on shut someone down. On a 9, you choose from from option below, but you come across poorly, and they give you a condition. So they lose a string on you. If they have no strings on you, you gain 1 on them. They gain a condition, or you take +1 forward.
There's no point in putting condition on an NPC, is there?
It means that if you need to roll against them, you can use that condition.
Okay, so I'll put the condition selfish on him.
Okay. Okay, and he's going to put the condition short-tempered on you.
Sure.
Look, I understand that with everything that happened with your mother, Yeah, I'm sorry, but oh, that's my order. I gotta go. Take care. See you guys at the dance.
Yeah, if there still is a dance. See you, Duck.
And he goes to the counter and grabs his drink and is gone very quickly.
Well,
That's one mystery solved.
the brownies were good while they lasted. So, oh, I was gonna say, we got these this crazy book thing that we found, and so it has a bunch of crazy names in it. Might be tied in with this somehow. I think we should go check it out. I think we should go to the market and talk to Mr. Peterson.
Did they find a picture of this guy that was in the car crash, or did they?
Lars Peterson?
Yeah.
Yep, there's a picture right there on his obituary.
Do you
Oh, yeah.
recognize him?
You do, yes. In fact, you may have been holding him down last night.
That's what I thought. This is the other guy that was with her last night.
With who?
The creepy woman that's interested in you for some reason.
What? But this is, he died 3 years ago.
Well, he was he was certainly moving about and looked pretty hungry when I was dragging him off my mother.
Hungry?
Well, it was pretty dark.
Did he bite your mother? This kid? This dead kid?
Yeah.
That's creepy as fuck. Whew. Okay.
Something gets me worried about, because the sheriff said that this PD didn't show up at the precinct, the one which was who came with your mother last night, Rick. I think you were there. Have you taken a good look at him? Were his wounds like really fatal?
He wasn't moving. To be honest, I was more concerned about getting my mother somewhere safe.
Yeah, I know, but when the three of you went to the nurse office, I was looking outside, and he started moving again. He crawled back into the police cruiser and started talking to someone. So if just
Damn it.
Then how is it connected to those books? Because he's the last. Because he's this Peterson. He is the last on the list. How does it all connect to Miss Madison?
You're muted, Walter.
Oh, yeah. Looks like Mrs. Madison might have been messed up in some dark shit.
Yeah, maybe we should look into her.
Yeah, do you think that this book that I had holds some kind of answer? Something about a woman who might deal with the devil and then kept giving someone else's soul instead of herself to the devil? That's a far-fetched story, but this ledger, it's a weird thing, actually.
So, what were these? Some kind of like devil creatures? What were these things that hit your mother. That's just horrible. Oh.
Well, even though I hate Twilight, but there are vampires in Twilight, and they bite.
What if they're coming after me next? I mean, there's a new name in this book every 3 years. What if I'm supposed to be the next name? Or maybe Miss Madison was supposed to be the next name. Oh, God. This is scary. I have no idea what to do.
If the person in the book came back, maybe Miss Madison will too.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Like if this person in the book came back, maybe Miss Madison will too.
Well, isn't that scary to have a bunch of dead people running around town and camping outside of our school at night? That's creepy. Hey guys, I need to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. I mean,
all right.
Is that in character?
No, I mean in character as Ulrich. He wants to have a moment of privacy to ask his friends about something because he doesn't feel comfortable doing this next to you.
By all means, you disappear off to the bathroom and you close the door.
Amanda, can I talk to you in private for a minute?
Sure.
Okay.
I think I'll go get my boba, right?
Guys, I'll do the scene with Powell first, and then I'll come back to you two, if that's okay. So, Powell, what are you doing?
Yeah, I suppose we see Ulrich standing in the bathroom just next to the sink, and he just flashes some water over his face, and he looks in the mirror.
And there, standing behind him, is a young child. The child is wearing Victorian era clothing and is grinning and smiling at him. Hello, friend.
Hello. I was, and he still talks to the mirror. He looks back in the mirror, and then sees his friend standing behind him. Yeah, I was missing you.
I missed you as well. Do you want to play a game?
Is it somehow connected to the events from the last night?
Oh, no, this is just a game. I fancied having some fun. But I think you've got something to ask me.
Yeah. I was wondering because you seem to know stuff that I don't, and that's really interesting. So, if those people outside didn't get in, who then killed Miss Madison?
Oh, who killed Miss Madison? Nobody killed Miss Madison.
So you're telling that so it was a suicide? It didn't. From the way I looked at this, it didn't look like it was a suicide.
Oh, no, silly. No, silly. Nobody killed Miss Madison. They did hurt her really badly, though.
Oh, so wow. I was sure someone mentioned that she was dead, but that's
she may have looked to be.
That's a really strange thing.
It was strange of her to call the meeting so late at night, rather than actually during lunchtime, don't you think?
Well, it took the meeting was unproductive and took over an hour, so not so suspicious. I think we sometimes meet so after school as well. So
Oh well.
So maybe we should go and talk to her. Anyway, you wanted to play a game.
Yes, I wanted to play a game. Those children that you sit with.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of them can see me. or at least hear me.
Which one?
One of them has something special about them. I don't know which. I can smell it in the air. I don't talk to you around them. Why do you think that is?
But you're curious about whether they can hear or hear you. So maybe you should talk to me around them, and then we will know.
Okay. So, I want you to find out which of them can hear me. Which of them can see me. Which of them can feel me. Okay?
Okay. And he like dives back in, like washes again his face with the like cold water.
And the child's gone.
Yeah, wipes with a towel and walks out.
Okay. So, Walter, you wanted to have a word with Rick? Sorry, Amanda, you wanted to have a word with Rick?
Yeah, Rick asked to speak to me in private.
Yeah.
What's going on, Rick?
That's what I want to know. Like, I understand something happened, something changed, but this woman is after you for some reason.
Yeah, and I'm terrified. Sounds like she wants me to kill. She wants to kill me or something. I think I'm going to be next. I'm so sorry that your mother was so badly hurt and Miss Madison was killed. I mean, I don't know. I feel like they died trying to protect me or something. I feel kind of guilty.
Is there some sort of way I can like detect if she's telling the truth or if she's being...
There's no actual way in the game that you can detect if someone's telling the truth or not, as far as I'm aware.
You could ask me.
You could burn a string and ask her to tell you the truth.
So I think I will burn a string. I'll say, look, yes, I'm angry about my mother, but I'm trying to look out for you because James cared a lot about you, and I want to make sure you're okay for his sake. So I can't help you if you...
I feel horrible about James, but I don't see what this has to do with James and that horrible accident.
Hang on. Car accident?
Yeah, James died in a car accident.
And so did that other kid. No.
That's true. That's true, but I mean, a lot of people die in car accidents, right?
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know.
Rick, would you like to stare into the abyss at this point?
Okay. Gaze into the abyss. Roll with dark. I think I have a -1 dark. Okay. Reroll. Oh, that's a 4.
Okay. As you're speaking, as you're making the connection, your mind's eye opens, and you remember James as you saw him on that day. You remember him going and getting into the car. You remember him leaning out the window and shouting something to you. You remember seeing the driver of the car. A quite pale woman with dark hair. And one you are sure you've seen somewhere before.
So before I go work with that, does anything happen from the string I spent, or does that?
Well, the string it spent would be to get Amanda to tell you the truth. So basically, you'd spend the string and ask Amanda to answer you truthfully.
Okay, and I did that, and she said she didn't know. So okay.
Oh, so that would be tempt. So basically, tempt Amanda to do what he wants would be the use of the string in that case.
That's right. Yeah, sorry, I didn't make that clear.
Now, I'm not totally clear on what Amanda does know. Like, as far as I'm aware, Amanda doesn't actually know what happened to her.
I think we said that she met someone and got wildly involved, but woke up the next morning and felt different.
Yeah, and maybe had like some scars on her neck that healed very quickly. Yeah. I mean, does that woman that Amanda met that evening look familiar at all?
You can't really remember her.
Okay. Yeah, it's like that's been erased from my memory. Yeah. So I think Amanda actually genuinely doesn't know. I mean, maybe she realizes that she's been bit at some point in the past, but that's like the extent of her knowledge. Okay, so we could pick up from there then. So you're going to ask Amanda to tell you the truth, and you're going to spend a string. So that would be, I would get an experience point if I tell the truth. Okay. So I will give an experience point, or I'll take that, and I'll say what I do know, which is I'll just be like, I mean, I have no idea what's happening now, but not that long ago, I woke up with these weird scars on my neck that looked a little bit like, one of the pairs of bite marks that Mrs. Madison had. But I mean, it was just a rough weekend. I thought I was just depressed. I just went to bed all weekend and I was fine. I mean, it's like nothing like this.
When was that?
Oh, a few months ago.
And how long ago was the car crash character?
That was like 6 weeks ago now. I was supposed to go with James, and then Ulrich said he needed to talk to me about something. And that's when I got out of the car. I was like, oh, Ulrich wants to know how things are going with Becky. So I was like, oh, I'll catch up with you later, James. And then it happened right in front of us. I mean, like the car just pulled out and into the road, and it was horrible.
It was the same woman that was driving the car.
Oh my God. Was it? Maybe you're right. I don't know. She was wearing glasses and I didn't really pay attention. James just said, hey, jump in. I got us a ride. Oh my God, maybe it was. Maybe I was supposed to die in that car crash. I don't understand. I think I think Amanda wants to stare into the abyss now.
Okay, can you
I'm
roll?
not sure what that looks like in this moment, though. Maybe she's like staring deeply and meditatively into her boba tea.
I think this is more a sudden realization that things.
Sudden realization, like a flash, a
Yeah.
vision. All right, let me roll. Boom. Okay. And then what's my dark? Let's see here.
I kind of want to look for Amanda's name in this book now.
Amanda has a -1. Ooh, great! I got a 5.
Okay. So mark XP.
Okay.
So you see a leather-bound book open up. You see someone pick up an anarctic old quill pen, dip it in a pot of ink, and slowly write your name in a ledger with the date 6 weeks ago.
Whoa.
And
That's
close
this.
the book.
Oh shit! A ledger just like the one we have.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Exactly like the one you have.
That was supposed to be me. I turned back to that page where Lars Peterson's name is, and I just double checked that that was the last entry.
You can see that someone is looks like someone's put pressure on the page to actually just doodling, and there's a letter A there, but there's no actual ink. There's just the imprint from it.
Whoa. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's true. This is all because of me. James's death was because of me. Miss Madison's death. What was Miss Madison doing with this book?
No, did you? No, you didn't make the car crash. It's not your fault.
But they're coming after me. Everybody's dying because they're coming after me. They're not going to stop until they get me. Oh my god. What can stop them? Luca. What did Luca do? Luca made her go away. Hey, Luca. Waves Luca over from the
Go sit down.
boba
Yeah.
line.
I think I have a boba by now.
Luca, they're after me. I need you to protect me. What did you do? How did you make her go away?
Well, there was a door, right? But I did. There's a ritual I found to make it so people can't hurt me. So I tried that on her.
Hang on. Do we already know that you do that sort of thing?
I don't know if you know it's like magic, you know? Like it might just be I don't know. I think it's like how people have like a worry stone or something, you know?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right? Or like crossing your heart. Right? And just to try to be some sort of like blessing or, you know, luck.
I don't know, Luca. I feel like on the one hand, like you're the only person I know who seems to be able to do something that could protect me. On the other hand, I'm afraid you're going to get hurt next. This is messed up. I don't know what to do.
So what are you folks talking about? What have I missed?
Ulrich, they're after me. They're trying to kill me. And they're going to kill other people until they get me.
What?
This is madness. These are monsters out to get me.
But you said you didn't know who they were, and now you know that they are after you?
Yes. Yes, they're definitely after me.
We found her
James.
name in
I
the
was
book.
supposed to be in James's car. I was supposed to be killed, just like Lars Peterson was. I was supposed to be next. And I heard her voice. She called to me in my head. Did you hear the voice? Just when we were coming up on everybody in the hallway. She was telling me to come to her. She's after me. She's not going to stop until she gets me.
Yeah, but weirdly speaking, if this Peterson died but now is alive and was out there yesterday, maybe I don't know. Maybe you should just talk to them. But I just think that maybe we should go and ask Miss Madison.
Miss Madison's
What?
dead.
I think she isn't. I think she might be faking it.
She had no pulse. I was there. I checked.
But do you know where did they took her? Did they took her to the coroner's office, or did they took her body to the hospital?
Do we know that?
You don't know. It wouldn't be hard to find out for you, given your connections to the police department.
Mm,
I'm telling you, a lot of weird stuff happened last night. Someone faking his death wouldn't be the most crazy thing that happened yesterday. And I think that she can hold some good answers for us. And we have books we can tell her that we will, I don't know, tell someone if she doesn't tell us what is going on. Anyway, I have no idea how to find where is she now.
Mac? Time for some of your police work here.
I mean, my mom's a deputy. That doesn't mean I can just walk into the police station and ask them to give me information. I need to have some excuse for it.
I don't know. You can just tell them that I don't know. Some students want to pay respect to the dead Miss Madison, and where we can put the flowers. You're good at talking to the adults that know you.
Well, you felt her pulse, right? So if she's not dead, that concerns you directly. Right? And
Tell them
she
we're
was our,
traumatized and we need closure. Adults totally dig that in teenagers. They're always
yeah, she was
trying to help
teacher.
teenagers in school shootings deal with stuff. We can totally find out.
So, can we check the obituaries to see if there's any mention of Mrs. Madison? And
Yeah, you can check the local paper.
yeah,
So when you get it up, yes, there is an obituary written there saying that she was attacked by an animal at the high school last night. Well, there's a news report saying she was attacked by an animal at the high school last night, and she was taken to Deception County medical unit, where she was declared dead on arrival.
yeah, it says right here she was taken to the hospital and she was DOA.
Well, it sounds like we should go verify.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is a good lead.
Okay.
Unless you have better lead on how to find the people who are after Amanda. I don't.
Well, she's one of the only people who we found who hasn't died in a car crash.
I have a feeling if we don't find them first, they'll find us eventually.
Well, let's
Okay.
go.
So should we hard cut at this point?
Yeah.
And assume you get to the hospital. When you get there, what are you going to do? How are you going to try and get to see the body or get access to the morgue?
I think like um I think like was said, like we need closure, right? We're kids and we saw this person die, so we wanna pay our last respects.
And the mortician's there. He looks really sad that. Sorry, she looks really sad that when he sees this, and oh, it must have been terrible for you children, absolutely terrible. I suppose I can let you. It can't be for long.
Mm.
But are you going to be okay? Do you need someone? Do you need me to stay with you?
No, we need to deal with it on our own, like, and pay the last respect to Miss Madison.
Okay. Okay, if come with me then. And I'm sorry about the smell. It can be a bit strong in here.
Mm-hmm.
She takes you down to one of the freezer units. One of the fridges. If you just give me a moment, and she gets the keys, unlocks it, and pulls out Miss Madsen's body. Incredibly pale, almost as if there's no blood in it. And I'll give you 5 minutes, children, and then I have to put it back. Okay?
Yes. Thank you.
And she goes off and goes to a little office. There is a window from the office that actually goes down to this area, so she can see what's going on down there. But she starts filling in reports and filing them. So what do you do?
I think I'll cast another binding thing just to make sure because I have her Ankh necklace. And
Okay.
I'll probably put it back on her.
Okay. So in which case then, can you roll dark, please?
Uh, 4 and a 5. So it's 9, 10, 11.
Okay, so the binding goes off.
Yeah, so I'll make sure she doesn't hurt anyone and then put the necklace back.
Okay. So what do you do?
Okay.
Luca's just muttered a prayer over the body. Or at least that's what it looks like.
I suppose Alaric like leans in closely to her ear and says, "Miss Madison, it's time to wake up now." Has no idea what to do
Ulrich,
with you.
stop it.
She does. The body doesn't move.
Hmm.
She's not. She's dead. She can't give us any answers.
Why do you say that, children?
Rick turns to see who that was.
And Miss Madsen is standing there in a hospital gown, directly behind you.
Whoa.
Uh,
Wow, like Alaric looks. So there's still the body, but she's also there.
Yes.
Hey, Miss M. You look really. You look like you've been working hard, staying up late, grading tests. How you doing?
Very funny. I know exactly what's happened to me.
Oh, well, please share.
And she steps through you and through her own body to stand on the other side. And turns round.
Oh, so this is a ghost. Her body is still there, but this
Yes.
is Miss Medicine's ghost.
Thank you for returning the Ankh. It means a lot.
And what's happened? Who did this to you? And what are they going to do now?
Have we found the book you had?
I was wondering whether you would get them, whether you would fight them. I didn't want them getting into the police's hands. I'm sorry about James, by the way. I only found out too late.
You knew? You knew?
I found out too late. I couldn't stop it.
Well, what was supposed to happen? Was it supposed to be just me?
We weren't sure who they were targeting.
Who's we?
My coven.
Coven of what?
Oh, come on. What do you get a coven of? You don't get a coven of goats now, do you?
A coven of witches, or I don't know.
And the penny drops. Look, I've just stepped through my own body here. I'm hardly hiding anything, am I?
A coven of ghosts, but you had a body. Like, okay. So who were those people outside of school yesterday? Are they doing your bidding or what?
Are they doing my bidding? Oh, heavens no, children. Heavens no. Ulrich, they are far from doing my own bidding. I stand in opposition to them, if anything. I don't...
So
Well,
they were outside of school. So who did attack you inside the school? I don't know. So you're a ghost. Like, why are you? It's very strange.
Yes. They were waiting... They came in to find me, and then they were waiting for Amanda. It's easier to pick people off when they're out in the open rather than come into a room full of people.
Why do they want Amanda?
I think you've realised that by now. Rick, what is the problem? Well, I know what the problem is. Have you read the books?
Yeah, some woman promising the devil her soul, and then this person, and then she was pushing someone else under the wagon to stay alive. Are you saying that this is the person who leads this, like, I don't know, this crazy gang yesterday, that she's sacrificing someone else instead of giving herself up to the devil?
Well done. You're catching on.
and what does sacrificing people to the devil have to do with vampires?
Have you not seen any of the films? Come on, that's a trope that comes up so often. She's unnaturally prolonged her life. Goodness, even in Bram Stoker's Dracula, they actually had him making a deal with the devil.
Oh. Wow. So she wants to sacrifice me to the devil now. Great.
It could be
so much for enjoying a day off from school.
It could be worse.
Like, but what are we supposed to do with it? We're like 16 years old. And she has, like, I don't know, a bunch of those crazy, I don't know, other victims with her.
Then you need to sacrifice her in its place. She needs to have her soul sent off to where it should be.
We can do that? So it's just like the movies, we have to drive a wooden stake through her heart, right?
I don't know. I've never tried that. But you certainly have to remove the head from the body. Just to be sure.
Okay. Ulrich, you're into gross things. You can do that, right?
Whoa! Whoa. Talking with a ghost is as far as I go. Like, I told you where we can find some leads. We found them. I don't know.
How did you even know to come here and talk to her?
I have my sources. Anyway, I turn to deflect the subject to Miss Madison. So what was your role in it? Why were you keeping these ledgers? They're like 300 years old.
Yes, and we managed to get them when we last confronted them back when young Mr. Peterson was lost.
So can you or your coven help us with this?
Perhaps, unless my coven's already been got to.
Been what?
If you wish to find,
Unless her coven is already dead, is what she means.
Oh, okay.
I have very limited vision of what goes on in the world at the moment.
Sounds like we should get in contact with this coven.
Yeah, how can we do that?
Well, I could give you the telephone number. Oh, what did you think? You were going to need to do some sort of elaborate ritual involving bells and candles or something.
Yes, like you
Yes,
know, red candles, singing something in an old English, like in the movies, a big ritual to summon a ghost.
No, we've entered the modern age, dear.
We already have the ghost.
Okay.
Ulrich is so disappointed.
Yeah. Ulrich, yeah, he's going like super excited, down not excited, super excited, and like, okay, like, I guess the phone will do. So we will call them and tell them that we need their help.
So it turns out witches are in the yellow pages just before wizards.
Well, Harry Dresden is certainly. Okay, you may not have got that reference.
I got it. I read the books. Come on. Yeah, I know.
You should. It was on the reading list.
Yeah.
Now, children, I have got to go. It costs an awful lot of. It exerts a cost on me to stay here, like this.
Ms. Madison, I just want to say thank you, and I'm sorry I never did my homework.
Don't worry, that was why I failed you. And she vanishes.
Famous last words.
But not before
Okay.
giving you the mobile phone number.
Wow.
Okay.
I didn't expect that to happen.
What do you mean? You told us to come here.
Yeah, but I thought she faked her own death, not.
How am I doing it?
Cool. Wow. So yeah, let's get out of here before the medical person comes in, and yeah, then we can decide what to do.
It seems pretty obvious. We called this number we just got.
Yeah. Okay, but let's just get outside where we can talk freely.
Okay. So the coroner comes and puts Miss Madison away. He notices that there's the anchor around her neck that wasn't there. Sorry, she notices that there's the anchor around the neck that wasn't on the body before. But she assumes one of you have actually left it there as a gift to your dead teacher, so doesn't remove it. You get outside, and as you get outside, you notice it being winter. The sun is very low in the sky. It's getting up to around 2-3 o'clock. In about an hour and a half, the sun will set.
If we're going to do this, we need to do it now.
Okay, whoever, if you want to call this number, or I can do it.
Okay, so
Okay,
you ring
I'll
the
do
number.
Yeah, actually, can we get into some place where I can run a loudspeaker? I'm not sure if it's possible.
Yeah,
I know Vas has already a driving license and a car.
does anyone have a driver's license?
Yeah. Do we move around in cars or not, or in public transport?
That's a decision for the characters to make. Are you going by public transport or is someone driving?
I assume if I had a car and driving license, I would have probably driven my best friend and stuff wherever he was supposed to be going.
I think Amanda has a car. Yeah, I stopped her from driving into the accident.
Mm,
Oh, that was someone else's car, but
Okay.
we could say we borrowed a car. It's like the day off.
Okay. Yeah. So I will just like call this number on the loudspeaker inside the car. Yeah. I
Okay.
was looking for excuse.
Hello, Deception 2248. How can I help you?
Hello. We are friends of Miss Madison. We need some assistance.
Who is this?
Ulrich Oliver.
And how can I help you, Mr. Oliver? You notice her voice has gone. The woman's voice who's answered this has gone very cold when you've mentioned Miss Madison's name.
Well, apparently there's a person that wants to murder one of the other students, Amanda, and Miss Madison looks aware of who this person was, but with her current state, she cannot help us, and she told us to call this number and get some assistance. I don't know. How can you assist us?
And how could she tell you to do that?
her ghost told us.
Who's that?
Rick McCreevy.
Is anyone else there?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's 4 of us here. You're on speakerphone, but it's cool. Look, she told us everything, and we know that they're coming after me, so we really need your help.
Okay. Do you know the gas station out on Wilson Boulevard?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I work there. Come and see me.
Okay. We will be there in 15 minutes.
Okay, so you drive up, and this gas station is actually on the outskirts of town. It's a little bit outside the town limits. And as you get up there, you see it's not very busy. There's 1 or 2 cars in, just filling their pumps, and you pull in.
Yeah. I suppose we refuel our car a little bit, not to look bizarre, and then just walk in to buy some snack and walk to the counter to talk with this person.
And there's quite a chubby lady there. She's a typical person you'd expect to have if you were in a 1980s comedy as the mother of the family. So a little bit chubby, a little bit jolly, and as soon as she sees you walk in, you can see her face freeze. And then she smiles again and hands the money to the person that she's serving. Thank you. Come again. Hello, kids. How can I help?
We called you.
Yes. Hang on 1 moment. And she goes over to the front door, locks it, and then turns the actual lights off in the forecourt as the other car pulls away. Yes, I think we need to talk. Come to my office.
Is that be a good place to stop for a break? Because I think Walter said in the chat that he wanted a break.
I'm sorry, Walter. I do apologize. I missed that. My mic was in the way. By all means, we'll stop and have a break now. People okay coming back on the hour, or would you like to have a little bit longer?
That works for me.
Okay.
Fine by me.
So Sorry about that, Walter. I didn't see the actual message.
No, it's okay. It wasn't urgent. Just wanted a little break. Yeah, if it was, I would have mentioned it if it was like,
No worries.
needed one.
Okay. So Robert and Asher. Hello, Asher. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, everyone back and ready?
Yep.
Okay. So you get taken to this lady's office, and she takes you into the manager's office. It's not a particularly big one, and she pulls chairs out for you all to sit down. Are you okay?
We're all fine. So, we just want to make sure that this woman can't hurt Amanda here.
And she seems to keep killing people in her attempt to get to me. Just, I can't take this. We've got to stop it.
We came across it. We came across them a few years ago. We'd only recently moved to the town. We could feel them we could feel them moving around, and it's only after the Peterson kid, after his accident, that we actually felt the release of power that came with it. What do you want me to do?
We want to know how to kill her.
Yeah. We need to cut her head off or whatever. We've got to destroy her. But we need help.
As far as we can tell, and during all our research, just killing her alone isn't going to be enough. You'll have to summon the devil and offer him her soul.
Summon the devil and offer them a soul, like one of our souls.
No. Offer him her soul.
Her soul. Oh.
She's been feeding souls to the devil to avoid having to pay her debt. Just killing her alone isn't going to suffice.
And so how do we summon the devil? Do we just like sing his name? I mean, come on, it's not like we know how to summon the devil, right?
No. You need a witch. There's a ritual we can do to open a gateway to make the connection.
Well, you're a witch. Can't you help us?
I can, but not on my own. There was originally 4 of us. After Alison died last night, there was 3 of us. The other 2 have gone missing. I can't do this on my own.
Well, not like there's any other witch around to open the portal, so...
But we would need to take her down before we could do any of that.
Yeah, but there's no point of doing this if we can't finish, if there is no way to finish and open the this way too. Whatever ritual.
I have a feeling we'll find her tonight, whether we like it or not.
What about the others? The ones she's turned. Can we do anything about them? I mean,
Silver religious symbols all should work against them as normal.
okay.
The thing is, the ones she's turned, they've lost their soul. They've lost their higher consciousness. They're nothing but animals.
Yeah, I saw that. So we can deal with them, but if we need to get her and bring her to you,
Or bring me to her.
Well, we know what she wants. So I guess I'm the bait.
How do we do this?
Well, where do we have an advantage? Let's at least meet her on our terms.
we know that she's coming after you. So all we need to do is set up her battleground, so to speak, and wait for her to come to us.
Is there anywhere you know really intimately well that we could use?
There's a place, but it's shut down right now.
Where is that?
The school.
Would certainly limit their ability to move around. I take it you all know the inside and outside of that place like the back of your hand.
Yeah. We know all the places to sneak away for a smoke where the teachers won't see. We know all the ways to ditch out back doors. Yeah.
Amanda, you smoke?
Okay.
Yeah.
Really? Oh man.
Well, let me grab my things. And she goes downstairs and comes up with a carryall full of what looks to be quite heavy materials. So she's struggling to carry it.
Let me give you a hand there. I'll take some of the stuff.
Okay. As she goes out, she closes down the actual gas station. And she gets into her truck. You coming, kids?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
we'll hard cut to the school, I think. So on the way there, actually, no, we won't. On the way there, Amanda,
Mhm.
I can feel you. I can smell you. Why do you run from me, little girl? You hear a voice echo in your head.
What do you want from me?
I want you to give yourself to me, and I will give you something that not even God can. I will give you eternal life. I will allow you to see night after night after night. I'll make you into what you're meant to be. You're not like the others.
And what if I say no?
Well then, darling, I just have to take what I want.
All right. Well, seems like you're gonna take me one way or another, so I guess I'll just wait for you.
Are you shutting it down?
Yeah, I could shut it down. That's a good idea. Yeah, yeah. I say, well, so far you haven't had much luck in getting to me, so looks like you've met your match with me.
And can you roll to shut it down then, please?
Yeah. Let's see.
And don't forget, you get to use an additional option when you shut someone down.
Yeah, and I get, let's see, so I rolled a 5. I hope I have a +2. Cold is only +1. No, I got a 6.
And you can feel that she's made a connection to you. You have a feeling from this contact that she knows exactly where you are and where you're going. And can you gain the condition marked?
Okay.
Okay. So you get to the school, and what are you doing at the school? Do you have a plan? Is there anything you want to do to separate her off from the others?
Well, I think there's like a, I think in the drama room, there's like a stage and seating and kind of like, like guided hallways where it's easy to kind of see where people are entering and they have to like navigate through the seating. And then there's also the sound booth and lighting booth and all the like lighting, like rigs up above the stage. So that makes places where we can like hide. The witches could have room up in the sound booth where they could see everything, but be out of the way and do what they need to do. And I could be on the stage and wait for them there.
Okay. So does anyone else have a plan? Anyone else have something they want to specifically do?
So, the school has, would the school have like, I mean, I'm going by British schools here, but we usually have like some sort of religious service at some point. So do they have any of that kind of stuff?
Unfortunately, with this being an American school, they're not allowed to have that on site.
Right, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's still the same in our schools anyway, so. Just try and find silver or, like...
There's the trophy cabinet. So there's several of the older trophies that are actually made with real silver. And they're very pointy and sharp in places.
Do they have gloves?
Yep, you can get gloves from the groundskeeper's office. It's no problem.
Right, so I get some gloves from the groundskeeper's office, and then I pick up the pointy silver things.
Sorry, it just occurred why you need gloves. Okay.
Good one.
I think
So
I want to
glad
get
I thought.
more.
I'm glad I thought of that before I did that.
So
I think I want to get someone from the sports team because we're we're all kind of like nerdy, right? We need someone with muscles just in case things go down.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I think I'm calling up Robert because that's like our baseball contact, right? So
Okay.
try to get him to bring some folks from the team down to help us.
Hi, this is Robert. How can I help?
Yeah, I have to explain this. um, so we are trying to defend the school because of the stuff that happened last night, and we're hoping that you could bring some athletes to help.
The people who actually came to the school are back again.
We have reason to think they'll come.
Right. Let me get on the line to the team. I want to see who I can get down there. These are the guys who attacked Miss Madsen.
Right.
Oh no! We're not having that. We're not having that at all. Okay, let me get on the phone and see who I can get. And he hangs up. And so the sun sets. You're in the school. All the lights are on and all the power's working normally now. It's not like last night where there was a power cut in the storm. And time drags on. And several cars pull up into the car park. And is anyone okay? Is anyone watching out for people arriving?
Yeah, why not? I might be like somewhere by the window, not so far away from the drama class, just to notify others when they will arrive. So I'm on the watch.
Okay. So you can see several cars pull up and several people in black get out.
Yeah, I take a look. Like how many?
There looks around about 7 of them. They've got out 2 different cars.
Yeah, I run back into the drama room and like so they arrived. There's like 7 of them total, so like 6 helpers plus this one we are looking for. I suppose I counted them. So get ready.
Okay.
And an update on when Robert is getting here? Nope. Well.
Nope.
Let's hope we can hold on.
He's inbound. You don't know how many people he's bringing. But these people walk up into the school. They start walking around the hall, and you can hear people shouting, "Amanda! Amanda! Come out, Amanda! Amanda! We know
Amanda.
you're
here." Amanda is standing alone on the stage, and she managed to pull out from the prop area this backdrop from the Hamlet production. So there's like this like painted curtain that looks like bricks from inside the dungeon of a castle, and there's like this kind of like stone like Diaz. It's all made out of wood and it folds up, but she like folded it out so it looks like a stone tabletop, like, and she puts it right in the middle of the stage, like kind of like a sacrificial altar made of stone in front of this like stone curtain backdrop. And she says, "I'm waiting."
And they hear your voice and they file into the drama room. Oh, Amanda, you shouldn't have run from us. And the taller female vampire steps forward. You've been such a naughty girl. but don't worry, I forgive you.
Are there any of the weaker vampires like around her? They're all looking at me.
Yeah, everyone's paying attention to you.
So I'd like to use hypnosis on one of the vampires.
Excellent.
I have a feeling it's not going to work as well on her, so I'm going to try one of the underlings that seem more susceptible, and I'll try it on multiple if I can, but I'm guessing I might have to do more eye contact. I don't know, but I'm basically just going to hypnotize them and just be like, defend me.
Okay, so can you roll plus half, please?
Yeah. And good thing I'm super hot because now I have an 8.
Okay, so on an 8, your hypnosis works, but you choose one. They realize exactly what you've done to them. They fuck up your commands, or their insanity is unhinged. I don't think the last one is really something you care about at this point. But
no, yeah, I was gonna say their sanity might already be unhinged. So if that's still an option, although I don't know that I even care if they realize what I've done to them at this point. I think as long as they don't fuck up my commands, I'll be fine.
so which option are you
I'll go
choosing?
with their sanity being unhinged because that sounds more fun.
Okay, you can see 3 of them start shaking their heads and swaying, and the main vampire looks at them. What's wrong with you lot? Get her! And they stop and turn at her and turn to look at her. I said, get her! And they pounce on the different vampires. There is an animalistic howl as the vampires start laying into each other. And it descends into a brawl. What are people doing?
So I'm keeping an eye out for the one that attacked my mother. I've forgotten what his name was.
Lars Peterson.
Right. So I'm looking for him.
Okay. You can see that he's actually one of the ones that didn't have the hypnosis affects him. He's actually battling with the other 3, with the other lower vampires in the brawl.
I think I was practicing with the witch, right?
That's right. You set up in the sound booth.
Another person to come in, but we'll probably start coming out now that these people are coming to us.
So she turns to them. Quick, we've got to start preparing the ritual. And she starts. She opens a book. Do you know how any of this works? Can you read any of this?
A little bit.
Okay. And she starts chanting.
Okay, I'll follow along.
Okay. Powell, what's Alric doing?
Yeah, I suppose Alric is just in the corner of the room where there's no light, just like kneeling, not to be seen. Yeah, he has a hard time picturing all this situation coming together. So he like turns left and right and says, So what say you, friend? So the situation got quite out of hand.
Indeed, it has. That vampire soul.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what it tastes like.
Mm-hmm. Do you have some suggestions regarding that?
If you could get it for me, I would give you all sorts of toys to play with.
I have no idea how to get the soul of this vampire.
Oh, if you strike the killing blow, then I will take the soul. I don't need the devil to come take it from me. I can just play with it.
That sounds like a good idea. Yeah. So do I need to like stake her with something? An idea? Yeah, I'll just leave this like close around. Maybe there's like there is like a chair. He just like pulls up the leg of the chair, tries to like break it so that he has like a handmade stake. Well,
you now have a handmade stake.
This will have to do.
Not a particularly sharp one, but with enough force.
Well, this will have to do.
And Rick, you see the vampire that you see Lars, the one who'd hurt your mother. Basically, he's in the point of overpowering the one that's attacking him.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
He in fact grabs him, lifts him up, and throws him into the actual wall. And there's a sickening crack.
Hey, Lars.
He stops.
And I'm going to lamp him across the face with the silver thing I've got.
And can you lash out physically then, please?
Okay. Roll. So that's 7 plus 2 is a 9.
Okay. So on a 9 for lash out physically, you harm them, but you choose one. They learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you. The MC decides how bad the harm turns out, or you become your darkest self.
Let me just check what my darkest self is.
That's you going full Wolfman.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. You smack him round the head with the silver trophy. There's a crack as you hit him, and there's a slight smell of burning. You can see the skin on his face darkens, and darkens, and you can smell the flesh actually burning and melting. He lets out a cry, a wild cry, and turns around and basically turns to try and grab you. As he reaches to grab you, you start growing. Your skin slips from your body. Hair grows. There's a cracking sound as your limbs expand. I take it everyone's seen American Werewolf in Paris. And within mere moments, where Rick was, there is a large wolf man. Can you read out what your darkest self is, please?
The time for subtlety and patience is over. You're too powerful to put up with their garbage any longer. Or that's somebody else. Hang on. You transform into a terrifying wolf creature. You crave power and dominance, and those are earned through bloodshed. If anyone attempts to stand in your way, they must be brought down and made to bleed. You escape your darkest self when you wound someone you really care about, or the sun rises, whichever happens first.
Okay. So you grow into this massive wolf man. Amanda, what are you doing?
So,
in fact, how do you react to seeing this transformation take place?
Oh, to the Wolfman.
Yes.
I'm sort of shocked, but also kind of getting used to this craziness. And I feel like this woman standing in front of me, this demon, devil dealing vampiress, in front of me is, or whatever she is my immediate problem. And I say to her, well, it looks like the odds are a little more even now. How does it feel to not be the bully?
Oh, I don't need them to take care of you. I don't need them to take care of you at all. And she starts moving across the hall towards you. And she reaches up to strike you. And can you keep your cool, please?
Yeah.
And this is something you should be very good at.
Okay, I rolled a 9, and my cool is 1 cold, so that's a 10.
Okay. So on a 10, you keep your cool and gain insight. Ask the MC a question about the situation and take 1 forward to act on the information. You manage.
Okay.
She strikes for you, and you pull back within inches of her hitting you. But what is it that you see there? What insight do you gain from it?
I would like to know, how is she vulnerable now?
You can tell that she's not. The feeling that you had from her the night before was, say, at an 8.
A 10. On cold? Yeah.
No,
Or
no. The feeling that you had before was at a certain level, and you can feel as the time goes on that she's been weakening.
Okay.
There's a reason that she has to do this every couple of years. And when she uses her power, she burns through it. So keeping this number of lesser vampires going has actually made her weaker in the process.
Okay. So I'm gonna try and shut her down by taking out the ledger book and opening it up to the last page of writing and saying, "It looks like you're running late. You're out of time."
Roll shut someone down.
Oh, 7.
Okay. You get to you use an additional choice as well.
Yeah, because I have cold as ice.
Yeah.
So, well, I'll take 1 forward.
Okay.
And I will give her the condition out of time.
Okay. So she hisses you as she goes to strike you again. Her hand stops. She looks at it. She pulls back. She goes to strike you again. And again, she seems unable to hit you. It's almost as if there's something there between you and her that's actually physically stopping it. Thank you, Asher. I totally forgot that she was hexed.
Nice. So, at this point, I think I'm just gonna lash out at her. I think I'm just gonna give her a kick and just like kick her back into the melee of all the vampires and the werewolf.
Okay. So can you lash out physically, please?
Yeah.
And are there any conditions you're taking advantage of?
I mean, she has out of time, and my conditions marked. So I don't know that any of those necessarily apply, unless out of time does for her.
She's weak.
So, but
out of time. So yes.
Yeah. So, but I did get 1 forward.
Yes.
Ooh, but that's not gonna help. Even with the 1 forward, I'm still got 5.
Okay. So you come at her, And as your skin makes contact, the hex that is keeping her from hurting you rebounds slightly. The hex shatters and breaks. The physical contact has broken it, and she lashes out at you. And can you take a harm, please?
Okay.
Okay. So, Alrek, what are you doing while this is going on the stage?
Yeah, I guess Ulrich tries to. So he sees Amanda and this other person struggling. He tries to take the advantage of the situation and like sneak behind the woman and just like get her with the stake from the back.
Okay. Can you roll to lash out physically then?
Yeah, of course. That will be pretty amazing roll. Let's see. Wow, it's actually a 7.
Okay. Is that including your volatile?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So on a 7, when you lash out physically, you hurt them. But there's one of the options there. So I can decide how bad the harm turns out to be. They can learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you, or you become your darker self.
I wonder what would be the most fun in here. Well, she seems to be experienced in doing violence. Ulrich is not, so I think MC decides how bad the harm turns out.
Okay, so you stabbing her with the stake?
Yeah, with a handmade stake from from some church.
Okay, you run in, you jab the stake into her back or into her front, or
I think it was to the back.
okay,
Ulrich, yeah.
the stake goes into her back, and it goes all the way through and pokes out the other side. She stops. She stares down at it. Then she looks up and starts to turn round to you as well. You've hit her, but you've missed her heart. Okay, so Luca, while the fight is going on, you've started the ritual.
Right. Should I roll for that or?
No, not yet.
Okay.
So the witch that's with you starts chanting, encouraging you to do the same.
Mhm.
There's a circle of power drawn on the floor, and the candles set up at each corner. As you start chanting, the ground in the middle and the air in the middle seems to shake as if it's a heat haze. And the actual ground in the sound booth starts to vibrate. A figure steps through. And there's a man in a impeccable business suit who has called me. Who has called me to this place?
I
And
think.
he turns to look at the witch next to you. Was it you? And he holds his hand out, and you can hear it as she falls back, clutching her neck.
No.
And then
They called you to give you back something you deserve, and I think I'll lead him to the vampires.
you leading him out of the circle of power?
Sure.
He goes to it and stops. I cannot leave this. What have you brought me?
Hmm.
Why have you brought me here? Explain yourself.
To give you back some what was denied you.
And what was denied me? And then he looks up and sees the vampires. Ah. Very well. I understand. Very well. Go and bring her. I'm waiting.
All right, I'll go try to help everybody get these vampires.
So you've got Alric and Amanda on the stage battling the head vampire. Rick, what are you doing? You've just been laying into all the lesser vampires.
Yeah, I'm gonna tear heads off.
Okay. Can you roll to lash out physically then, please?
Oh, that's a 6.
Okay. And you reach round, and in your rage, you don't distinguish between friend or foe. So the vampires that have been hypnotized are just vampires, and you lay into them both.
Oh, that's fine.
So Powell, Alrek, Amanda, you're stood there with the female vampire between both of you. There's a stake shoved through her, but not hit her heart.
Yeah,
She
and
reached out to grab both of you. And what are you doing?
I suppose Ulrich shouts to Amanda, "Hold her! Why I push the stake for her heart?"
So Amanda does her best to wrestle with and hold her in place, and she's also looking up toward the sound booth, thinking, "What's taking them so long?"
And you can actually see smoke coming out of the sound booth. So,
Ulrich, it's time. We need to get her up.
Yes, it's time. Just hold her. We need to stake her.
All right. I just try and hold her I just try and, I don't know, wrestle with her and hold her in place.
okay. So can you? This isn't really a lash out physically if you're not trying to injure her. So
maybe keep cool and act despite fear.
yes, I think that's appropriate.
Okay. A 6. Do I get a bonus on that for something? Maybe she's got her out of time is marked.
So yes, you can use that condition.
Yeah. I say, wait right here. Your time is come. And I just use that thought that I just need to hold her for a few more seconds is all we need.
Okay. So you physically grapple her, and Powell, Alrek, do you pull the stake out and make another attempt, or is it a case of just shoving it in further?
Well, you did say that the stake pierced her but missed her heart, so I suppose, just for the picturing, is Amanda with her like right now rolling on the floor and try to hold her? Because then I will like put my feet on her back, like pull the stake, and then just like aim and go for the heart again.
And can you lash out physically then, please?
Yeah. As I do it, I'm just like, as I'm aiming, just means like, a little help, my friend. And I have a bond with him. I can give him a string on me to add to my next roll. So he gets a string on me, my mysterious friend. And so actually be a roll with +1 and not a -1. So
okay, brilliant.
Wow. I think box cards, double sixes, two sixes on a dice.
So you come up, you can feel the child actually place his hand on the stake, and you both drive it in together. There's a from the female vampire as the stake pierces her heart, and she stops moving.
Yeah, look at him. Is it done? Can you take her now?
She collapses to the ground.
Is it
It's
done?
time. Let's take her away. And Amanda tries to get up and grab her arms and like, come on, Ulrich, let's pull her up to the sound booth.
Okay.
No, it's done. She's already done for. Yes, my friend. She's done. Yes.
She's done. Quick, kill her now.
Like, how do I kill her now?
I think I'll be taking the other vampires that Ulrich has killed.
Ulrich, what are you doing? Ulrich, it's time.
Points to the fire axe on the wall.
Yes, Amanda. It will be glorious. Yes, I will. Just yeah. Wait a moment here, and then just like run for the fire axe and just like try to get it and get back to take her head off.
Amanda starts like, isn't waiting for Ulrich and starts like dragging her body by one arm up toward the stairs to the sound booth.
Yeah,
no,
definitely helping.
Stay here, and hold her. You owe me this one. We are doing this my way.
We need to get to the sound booth.
Yeah, I wanna use a string on you because you owe me to just stay there with her.
You're going to use a string on me? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What does that look like? Are you going to tempt me or
yeah?
What is it?
Yes, exactly. I'm tempting
me to stay there with her.
Yeah, just not pull her. Just like stay there.
I would say what's one experience point, except I only need exactly one more experience point to advance. So well, if by agreeing to do this, I can pick a new move right now. Well, yeah. I would totally do it.
Yes, by all means, if you want. With 12 minutes of the session left to go, you can pick a new move.
All right. Okay, I'll stay there. So I have a question for Derwin. So I could take the feeding as a move and just like start eating someone, but then I'm afraid that might make me vulnerable to be like a little bit more one of her minions. That might be a bad move for me, but it could also be very exciting. I could just like start feasting on this woman's blood.
I say go for it.
Yeah. All right. Throw caution to the wind.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I stopped dragging her, and I guess I let Ulrich like maybe chop her head off, and then I'm picturing like Ulrich chopping her head off, and then I just like bury my bloodlust I've been holding it back for months, and I just bury my head into her like gaping open neck, and I just like start slurping it all up, my face all covered with blood. Does that work?
That works fine. Absolutely fine. So up in the sound booth, the devil turns to Luca.
Oh, I thought I went down to help.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. You were going down. I do apologize.
So I was going to lash out physically at Ulrich because he's trying to prevent this. Right? I'm going to be the one responsible if this doesn't go well. So
okay.
And I have 3 strings on him, so I can do 3 extra harm.
Okay. So would you like to lash out physically then?
I would. So I think I'll like pick up the stake or whatever and like just attack him with that.
Sorry, you're picking up the stake that's in the vampire.
I don't know. We could probably. I feel like we had some plan, right? Like I would have to have something to give up to the
devil. So you could So think of some sort of club or something that's an improvised weapon. So you could hit him with a chair or maybe one of the pegs they use for actually holding the curtains backstage, the belaying pins, or a knife or something that you took at Hemi, you took out of the bag from up in the sound booth, or
Yeah, so I'll get something to club him with
Okay.
and attack. We'll see
So-
how this goes.
Okay. So roll the
So-
dice, and then we'll see what happens.
I'm -1 volatile, so I've been avoiding this. But I got a 9.
Okay. So you injure him. So with lash out physically, you injure him, but something goes wrong. They learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you. The MC decides how bad the harm turns out, or you become your darker self.
I think it'd be fun if we were both in Dark Self, because it's the end of the episode. So let's do that. So
Okay.
I'll go in Dark Self and do 4 harm to him, so he goes in Dark Self also.
So he collapses to the ground. Yeah. He avoids death, but there's something in his eyes, and that whole thing, the whole whispering voice, and you don't actually. The darkest power doesn't have any strings on you, does he, Powell?
I just gave them one to
Oh,
do this
yeah.
proper staking.
Okay. Sorry. Quite right. So let me just check your dark. I can basically spend those to make you do things now, can't I?
I think so. I think so.
Okay. There's not a place on here for darker self. That's something I'm going to change when I redo the sheet. Okay. So you fall to the ground. The fire axe in your hand, and your mysterious friend says, "Go on, do it. She's trying to stop us. Don't let her." And he's trying to get you to actually. Actually, no, we'll not do that. Given the time that we have here, we don't really have time to put that out. Ulrich, you feel a bit of your soul get taken away as you enter darker self.
Mm-hmm.
You feel that grip that your friend has on you gets stronger. You feel shallow and not your full self, and like something really important has been taken. And that's when Amanda actually attacks. Amanda, are you still feeding on this vampire? You're muted, I'm afraid.
Yes, Amanda's just like sucking on that exposed jugular vein from the missing head, and Amanda's just like gorging, just the blood still kind of pumping, I think, from her
We
heart.
didn't get to topic of head. We were stopped.
Yeah.
The head is still
Oh,
there.
you didn't cut the head off yet? Oh, okay. So I'm just feeding. Okay.
Okay. So
yeah, then I guess I thought I was gonna. I saw you coming with the axe, and I was like thinking I'd wait, but
yeah, Lucas.
So
Stop.
all right. Well, then maybe what happened is as soon as I saw Luca stop you, at that point I was like, okay, well, it's my turn then, and I just like at that point just immediately go down on her and start bite into her neck.
Okay. So you dig down on her, and she can't fight back. She's absolutely paralyzed, and you can feel the lifeblood. You can feel this blood and this emptiness inside you being filled. There's a warmth coming into you where there's been a cold for the last few weeks, and there's something else there as well. It's like an energy passing over. You feel more alive. You feel more energetic. You feel as if you've just woken after a really good night's sleep. It's almost orgasmic. And you see the light fade from her eyes. And suddenly, the scuffle around Rick stops as the other vampires fall. And you can hear a voice from the sound booth. It looks like what was promised me has been taken by another. Very well. Enjoy it while you can. But I will get it eventually. And the smoke and the sound coming out of the sound booth stop. And I think we finished the set. We finish it with the spotlights. Where the woman who has been choked stumbling back and falling onto the spotlight controls. And the spotlights come up on Amanda on the stage. Blood streaming down her mouth, soaking her clothing over the body of this vampire. And we call that game.